Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, I was going to talk about this and completely forgot, but yeah, it was announced, what was it, yesterday or a couple of days ago, that Grand Theft Auto 6 was going to, I think it was yesterday, I think it was. But yeah, game got delayed. Here's the thing, though. Not mad about it. You know, I should be mad about it, but I'm not mad about it. No, the thing is this. I know how it is with some developers when they need to just let their game cook. I think that's the situation with Grand Theft Auto 6. Now, yes, it has been well over 10 years. Yeah, 12 years to be exact. But, dang, it's just crazy to think, like, it didn't even feel like it was that long ago we were celebrating 10 years of Grand Theft Auto 5. Like, it really doesn't seem like it's been that long. But, no, it has been a while. You know, when you sit down and you think of the past previous Grand Theft Autos, like that time gap of when the next one was released, because 2004 San Andreas came out, 2008 4 had came out, then what else, I think it was like, so it was 2008, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, so 5, so it was like a 5-year difference. My thing is this, though, for 10 plus years, this has to be one of the biggest games to ever come out. Like, no, I'm saying, like, they have to have an aspect of everything known to existence. I'm like, maybe I had to say probably the only thing that I won't expect from this game is for us to travel to space. But I feel like that they'll probably have that as some DLC too, where it's like, oh, you get to, like, there's a mission where you get to, like, travel to space. Like, it's not even a mission, but like, it's kind of like an attraction almost, where it's all like, oh yeah, you could do like some, because you know how like they just recently had it where what was it, like Gail King, Katy Perry, and they kind of just did like a little expedition thing. Yeah, they might have like something like that you can do in the game, but I wouldn't expect that, though. I'm like, why would that even be in the game? But as far as anything else, and we're talking like any and everything's possible ground level, yeah, they gotta have it in the game, because I'm hearing that they're thinking about adding basketball back to Grand Theft Auto, because of what, the last time they had basketball in that game was whatchamacallit, when 4 had came out. And so, or not 4, but no, San Andreas, and they had it like it was a mission where you and CJ's brother Sweet, where you guys played like a quick game, or no, was it Big Smoke? I think it might have been Big Smoke. Regardless, but yeah, that was like the last time they had any basketball mechanics in that game, and it was good too. I'm like, bro, I would love to see some stuff like that in there, where it's like, that's the thing where I'm like, that's what Rockstar Games, what they need to be focused on is competing against other games. Like Grand Theft Auto 6 has to be the next Fortnite. It has to be one of those games where it has like a million games just in this one game. And that's the thing, though. You cannot, because I'm hearing this, you cannot charge no $100 for this game. There is not one game in this world worth of $100. Because I'm saying, if it's going to be $100, then I bet the thing is this. It better be a situation where I get to play this game for free when it comes out on PC. And if I want to, like, yeah, $100, and then you gain access to it on any consoles that you have. So if you have a PlayStation 5, an Xbox Series X, and a gaming PC, you should be able to play those games at no extra cost if we are paying $100 for it. But if the game is only going to be $69.99, I don't mind that. That I don't mind. I've adapted and accepted that video games is gonna cost $69.99, but having it where it's like you got games like Mario Kart World, and they talking about that game gonna be $79.99 when it comes out. There's no need for that. There is no need for that whatsoever, especially when I'm only locked in on playing it on the Nintendo Switch. I can't play this game on PC. I can't play it on no other consoles. There is no reason. Because here's the thing. That's one thing that I paid attention to when they started doing that. They raised the price. Is the reason why is because they're giving you a copy of a Xbox One and PlayStation 4 version. If a person has an Xbox Series X or a PlayStation 5, they no longer have an Xbox One or a PlayStation 4. There's no reason to have an Xbox One or a PlayStation 4 unless there's games that you can't play on the Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5 that you can play on the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4. If that's not the case, then fam, the thing is this. Grand Theft Auto, I'm like, and that's why I'm like, I know that the game, I'm hoping that it ain't even no $79.99, because if so, then it needs to come with like some stuff in the game, you know, like things where it's like, okay, your character has $1 million, a house, a car, you know, like you start off with something, but it ain't some how like Grand Theft Auto 5 was in multiplayer, where you pretty much get an SUV and you might as well be homeless. I'm like, fam, when I remember when I very first played Grand Theft Auto 5 when the multiplayer mode had came out, my character was homeless. All I had was an SUV and that was it. I don't even think the SUV was given to me. I think I had just gained access to it and bought that like insurance claim thing on the SUV. So I'm like, nah, and that's another thing too. Do not have it set up like Grand Theft Auto 5 where everything, like, you will have to play a mission like 15 to 20 different times just to be able to get like to the halfway part of buying a house or a car in the game. So yeah, houses and cars in that game shouldn't be costing no $4 million, $5 million. I'm like, fam, have it where it's like a person that's, getting minimum wage in that game can afford them cars. Because yeah, that was something that I never understood about Grand Theft Auto 5. I'm like, why is everything so expensive? Knowing that there's gonna be people they're not gonna be playing this game. I mean, yeah, that like they are playing it on a regular, but it's like, fam, you're not giving us. That's a person outside. I was like, what is going on? But anyways, yeah, it's like you're not getting enough in there, enough money. So I'm like, no, you definitely need to have it where it's like a person is getting more money in that game. Because if Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out and it's just another situation of where it's like, I gotta play this mission, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, fam, I'm saying, like, my thing is this: have it where I gotta grind in that game, but don't have it where I'm spending more time grinding missions and all this other stuff than being able to actually enjoy the game and stuff. Like, have it where there are numerous things to do in the game rather than just, you just keep doing the same thing over and over again. Like, I want it to be a situation where I'm playing that game and I don't even realize that I have enough money to get whatever house or car or apartment or mansion, whatever. And they should have it where you could do that too. Have it where it's like, have it where the inside of the houses are different and unique, because I remember they did do that with 5 where it was like the houses wasn't different and unique. But that's one thing where I'm like, that's what I found so fun about Grand Theft Auto 4 was its multiplayer. Now hear me out, because Grand Theft Auto 4, I would have to say I had more fun playing multiplayer in that, where it's like it's a game where you don't really like you're playing it, and there's like and that's what I think that they should do too, is have it where it's like a separate story. Like, have it where it's like, yeah, play through the story, get through that, and then have it where it is a situation where you can play the entire game by yourself. Like, yeah, if you want to join online servers, then you very well can do that. If you want to go around, go crazy, do all that other extra stuff, you very well can do that. But that's one thing that I did like about Grand Theft Auto 5. I'm going back and forth between two games. Like, I'm gonna talk on Grand Theft Auto 4 multiplayer in a moment, but the one thing that I did like about Grand Theft Auto 5 was that they had like a solo multiplayer mode, so you can play missions, but don't have it set up where it's missions that you have to like have other people in on the mission. No, have it where I can play the entire multiplayer section of the game by myself. Now, if it's a case like that where it's like, because I felt like that, yeah, for the price that Grand Theft Auto 5 was charging, I'm like, yeah, it was worth it, with all the stuff that they offered. Now, did we get a little bit too much? No, I don't think so, because there's like, they are still doing things to that game even after the fact. So it's like, yeah, I think Rockstar, you guys done made more than enough money. You don't need to be overcharging people no video games or any of that stuff. But anyways, but no, going back to Grand Theft Auto 4, I was like jumping the gun, going all over the place. But no, like, I just remember with multiplayer in there, it was like you're just going around and having fun with your friends. Like, that's what multiplayer needs to be. Because I know that everybody's like, I know my friends is going to jump out and go get Grand Theft Auto 4, or not 4, but 6. And so that's what the experience needs to be. It needs to be an experience when it's like you could do co-op gameplay with your friends. But it's like you're not in the middle of a whole, like, yeah, and if you want to join like a big old giant lobby, I think what it needs to be is like, yeah, have it where it's like how it was in Grand Theft Auto 5, because you've seen when people were having fun in that, but it needs to be like more, I guess, areas to, kind of chill with people and stuff. Like, it needs to be more to it than just, because, yeah, you are going to have those people where they just want to go around, troll you, blow your car up, and do all this other extra stuff. I think there needs to be a little bit more consequences behind it, because I don't know how many times I went out of my character's apartment to just get chased down. I'm having to throw C4 and shoot at people and stuff. I'm like, it's doing too much, man. I ain't trying to do all that when Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out. So yeah, it needs to be, I don't know, maybe like, that's what I think what they need to, instead of having it where it's like that passive mode, I think they need to have it where there's so there's like 2 different or 3 different types of multiplayer. There's multiplayer that you can play with your friends. And then there's multiplayer that you could play with random people, but they need to have an option for the random people one to have it where it's like, would you like to join a server where you can't kill other players, or would you like to join a server where you can kill other players? Have it where that's an option, because I know that they did that passive mode, and I think it was like you were limited to stuff that you can do. So yeah, have that where that's changed, and then have it where there's a solo mode where it's like, okay, you could just play the entire have the entire multiplayer experience, or just overall creating a character, and then you're pretty much playing a secondary game, like it's like Grand Theft Auto 6.5 or something like that. So but anyways, but yeah, overall though, I'm like, yeah, there's a lot of things that they can do to Grand Theft Auto. The story I'm not worried about, because I'm like, I already know the story is going to be good. Every story, the mode that they came out with Grand Theft Auto, it's always been good. I think what was the last time, it wasn't even so much that they weren't good. It's just, if anything, they were probably dry compared to like the other campaigns in Grand Theft Auto. But 3 and Vice Cities, I'm like, those are probably the only 2 Grand Theft Auto games, and even then, them campaigns were good. It's just, I don't know, I just haven't really played those that much of those 2 Grand Theft Auto games. But yeah, overall, and it's funny because those were the first 2 Grand Theft Auto games I ever got. So I'm like, you would think I just spent more time driving around just doing stuff. Like, mind you, I got them games when I was a kid, so I didn't know about doing missions and all that stuff. All I knew is that I have a car, I have weapons, and I could go around and terrorize the NPCs. So yeah, and that's another thing too. They need to have it, because I know there's that one game, Paradise, that's coming out, and I'm not saying that it needs to be exactly like how it is with Paradise, where they got like some AI generated conversations, but they should be able to have it where your character can like chime into a conversation or something and be all like, like a person, because I know that there was the one that I don't know what the whole situation was with that NPC, but they were talking about their dog was sold for drugs or something like that, and they should have it where your character can like chime in on the conversation. I'm like, fam, what are you talking about? That I guess like the person, because I know Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, they will kind of have that. I think all the Grand Theft Auto games had it where you could do that. You can have conversations with the NPCs, but they should be able to have it where you can like have like a full-blown conversation with them, not like how it is with Paradise, where it's like you're having an AI generated conversation. I mean, that concept is cool, but I'm like, yeah, for Grand Theft Auto to be unique and different, yeah, they should just have it where it's like you could just, it's just the same conversations, but it's like it's different. Or if they want to do updates where they come out with newer conversations, they very well can do that too. But and then what else could they possibly add? I mean, yeah, I know that they're gonna probably have cars down. Maybe a little bit more customization options to the cars, I guess. Like maybe have it where it's like, because I think that's what it needs to really be. It needs to be all of Rockstar's top selling games combined. So you need to have your Red Dead Redemption elements. You need to have your Midnight Club elements. Then of course like the like foundation of Grand Theft Auto, like that needs to be there. But yeah, definitely have it where it's like some street racing stuff can go down, whether it's against other players, NPCs, whatever the case may be. But and yeah, I think they should do that too. Or it could even be like how they did in Grand Theft Auto 5, where it's like you're just trying to get the best time on those tracks. Because I had no issues playing that mode. I actually might end up playing that tonight, because that was fun doing that. So but anyways, what else could they possibly do? Yeah, there's a lot of things that they can overall do with Grand Theft Auto 6. The one thing I just don't want them to do is just overly charge us for stuff. I'm like, fam, you guys, here's the thing. You guys should know that, and I'm going to end this off after I say this, but I'm like, when Grand Theft Auto 5 came out, I don't think nobody didn't know that this game was going to be a multi-billion-dollar game. I didn't think people were thinking along the lines, like, this was going to be the biggest Grand Theft Auto game of all time. Like, we knew it was going to be a big deal, but just not as big as it was supposed to be and stuff. Like, we thought, like, okay, at some point in time, hype's going to die off. That's the thing with Grand Theft Auto 5. The hype never died off. You guys gave away free copies of the game to people, I guess, that already had owned it on Steam. And so my thing is that it then had it where the game was available on the Xbox Game Pass. I don't think it might be available on PlayStation Plus, but my thing is this. You guys do not need to make no more money. All right, yeah, like have it where the game is $69.99. That's it. That's all that you got to do with the game. Have it after that, then it's like, yeah, free updates, free DLCs. Because my thing is this. If I want people to play my game, people love free stuff. Now, yes, you obviously got to buy the game and all that stuff. But that's one thing that people love, all right? I feel like that's something that I'm like, I've paid attention enough to the gaming industry to know people like free stuff. They don't like having it where it's like I didn't pay $69.99 for a video game. Now I gotta pay $20 for this DLC, $20 for that DLC. I don't think they ever really did charge for the DLCs and stuff. But yeah, continue that. I'm like, continue doing that, because yeah, it was like what it was with the bank robbery or the heist missions. You didn't charge nobody for that. Then with all the other stuff, I don't think there was ever a time they had us charge for the DLCs. I think the last time they had us charge for the DLCs was when they did the Ballad of Gay Tony and the Lost in the Dam. Those two DLCs that they did for Grand Theft Auto 4. I might end up playing Grand Theft Auto 4 here soon, because yeah, Grand Theft Auto 4, that game was actually pretty fun. So yeah, I'm like, hold on for a second, because I do got Steam open and I think that game is on sale. I'm gonna just go ahead and add that game to my in cart thing, because yeah, Grand Theft Auto 4, that game was solid. Yeah, we gonna go ahead and buy them two games real quick, because I don't care what anybody says. 4 was good. I'm like, I enjoyed 4. So, but anyways, but yeah, that was like the last time that they did that. They was like, they charged for those two DLCs, and then after that they was all like, we good. We ain't gotta, when 5 came out, they was like, we ain't gotta do that no more. So yeah, continue that with 6. Keep that same energy with 6. But I mean, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see next year when the game does come out. I know people are going to be asking, am I going to be streaming and doing videos and all that stuff? You best believe it. I am going to be streaming. I am making sure of it on that particular, because I think they said, May 26th? I am making sure of it, that my schedule is clear. I'm not doing nothing. I'm chilling on that day. So yeah, like, if I am, like away, like if I'm on a trip, or if I'm, trust me, I'm like, I am going to get out some sort. If I gotta bring my because yeah, no, I could actually do that. I could bring my my gaming laptop, and then bring my console. I'll probably end up bringing, because I feel like my Xbox, it'll be a lot easier to bring. I think I am going to buy it on Xbox though. I don't know. I'll wait and see what happens. I guess like which console, because I am thinking that, I don't know, like because I do have a PlayStation 5, but I don't know. I like playing on my Xbox. I feel like, yeah, but I mean, it really depends though, because I'm like, there are at times where and I feel like by then it's like, yeah, there's gonna probably be a lot of games that's out, and then there's gonna be games adding more and more content. So I might not have space on my Xbox, but if I need to make space, I will do that. But if not, then yes, then I will end up buying it on my PlayStation 5. So, but yes, I definitely will be doing some content, on Grand Theft Auto 6 the day it comes out, whether I'm streaming, recording videos, something. All right, so I might even do like a stream where it's like just like showcasing the download and stuff. So yeah, man, Grand Theft Auto 6, I can't wait for that game to come out. I know people are probably upset, but it's like, you guys sit down and think about it. Remember when Cyberpunk 2077 came out? Remember when the day before came out, this Paradise game, and this game hasn't even came out yet, but people are not liking it because why? The games be coming out too early. That's these games' problems. They come out too early, and then it ends up being all these issues and problems and all this whole big situation with the game. That's why them games be having those issues and stuff, because they be rushing it. And I'm like, you can't rush games like that. It's like, you gotta take your time with it and stuff. So if you try to make it to where this game is perfect, you have to take your time. All right, so anyways, with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. Stay tuned for the next episode. Like, subscribe, viewing this on YouTube. Follow or subscribe, viewing this on the podcast streaming service. And peace.